Okay guys, we're going to shoot from 20 to 100 yards. And again, checking our bubble, make sure I got it adjusted correctly on the housing. And I put a bubble on the riser and got those in sync, but I don't have that second axis. I don't have third axis yet. I'm a flatlander right now, so I don't need third axis yet, unless you're going to be in a deer stand or something like that. So we got a 1-inch square target right there. I'm going to shoot at 20 yards. And we're going to shoot with our bubble center. Okay, bubble center, it's about, I don't know, 3/4 of an inch to the right of the bullseye, 1-inch bullseye. Why I shot it right there, I don't know. See, when you shoot, like I'm shooting a 1-inch target out to 100 yards, you think, well, I'm supposed to put every arrow in that 1-inch target. You know, it's like, it's not really. Adjust your sight down to 30 yards. It's not really practical to think that way, but you should, I suppose, if you want to be good at archery. Sending my bulls a bubble up here. And that one looks like it's a 1/4 inch from the 1-inch bullseye at 30 yards. So, I mean, 1-inch target, that's not bad, I guess. I'm at 40 yards. I'm going to use arrow number 4. This is the one I have a problem with. At 40, it always drops. But I added just a little bit to it. Let's see where it hits at now. It shoots vertical good. It just seems to drop. Well, it still dropped, but it didn't drop as much as it normally drops. That's a couple inches from the bullseye, looks like, at about 8 o'clock position. I keep saying I gotta weigh that arrow and see what it is. If the weights or something's different on that arrow. It's the only one that does that, pretty much. So we're at 50 yards now. We adjusted our sight. Yeah. Get our bubble right. And I'm curious about that one. It looked like it went pretty straight though. That was, well, that's where I think it is. It's within a couple of inches of the bullseye at 50. The Vortex rangefinder is invaluable for archery. Not just putting your flags out every 10 yards, but using the monocular top part of it, 7 power, to see what you're shooting at. And arrow number 6 is 60 yards, and the sun is going down, so we're running out of light here. Now, one thing I've learned about this sight right here, if you put it on 60, make sure you put it on the mark 60, not below it a little bit, not above it a little bit, but dead on the mark 60. And make sure you're standing dead on the line here, 60-yard line. You're not standing a foot in front of it or a foot behind it. All that makes a difference. Just some FYI. The birds, the blackbirds, they come across every day this time. Some more birds. This is October 4th, no, October 6th. Okay. All right. This bow is 75-pound let off, so you can hold it for a little while. This is arrow number 7. All right. My sight picture on that one could be a couple inches high to the right, maybe. Okay, we're at 80 yards. Turn my sight to 80. I heard it hit. Let's do 8 and 1. We got some extra arrows here. 8 and 1. So, arrow 8 and 1 for 80 yards. Let me write that down so I don't forget it. 8 and 1. And then 90 yards, we will use arrows 9 and 12. And then for 100 yards, we will use arrow 10 and 11. Okay, 9 and 12. This is where it gets a little hairy because my sight will only go down to 82 yards. I'm shooting at 90 yards now, okay? So, I use the Jedi Force to try and figure out where to shoot this. So, if we were betting $1,000, what kind of odds would you give me that I can get this arrow within, I can't aim at the target, so that I can get this arrow within 5 inches of the bullseye. I get 2 shots at it though. Okay, I get 2 shots at it. All right, what kind of odds you get me at 90 yards? Okay. I'm going by my bubble there. I did not hear it hit. I got one more shot though. One more shot. And my sight picture looked good on that too. You know what? I think I shot low. I wasn't aiming in the right place. This one will count though. Okay, I hit it that time. I think I was aiming directly at it instead of aiming above it. Now that shot picture on 9 was good. I would say that should be within 5 inches of the bullseye. But what do I know? What do I know? This sun is going down, man. This is here in Georgia. Now, this is arrow number 10 for 100 yards. And remember, my sight is 82 yards. So I have to do some really Jedi Force stuff here. Lord mercy, I hit something. I don't know what I hit. "10" and 11. This is arrow number 11. Okay, that one hit. I know that one hit. I hit something. I don't know what I hit. It didn't sound right, whatever it was. That 10 yard. But on the last shot, I hit the target, I know. So my goal is what? To hit within, I should say 6 inches, but I think I said 5. 5 inches of the bullseye at 50 yards. I mean at 90 yards. And let's go with 7 inches at 100 yards. Remember, I don't have a pin for 90 or 100. My sight bottoms out at 82. And I don't understand that quite, because at 82 yards, the bow goes up to 70 pounds on the Stinger Extreme. I got it set at 62 pounds, 28-inch draw. You say, well, that's your problem. You need 30-inch draw. And you need to crank it up to 70. Well, it's pretty easy pulling it back at 62 right now. Oh, okay. Let's see what happened here. I know I heard a loud noise. I think I lost his bet too. That would be about normal for me. No, I can't believe I shot low at 80. Okay, let me grab my ruler and a camera. I cannot believe that. Oh, I might, no, I don't think I did lose. You guys owe me some money. Maybe. Well, I think probably break even. Okay. Well, you see our bullseye here. It's only 1.25 inches long and about 3/4 inch tall. It's a tiny bullseye. So first shot here is arrow number 2. Why I shot to the right, I don't know. But at 20 yards, arrow number 2 is 20. I'm about 1 inch away from the bullseye. So then I shot at 30 yards. And this is arrow number 3, 30 yards. And I'm about 1/4 inch from the bullseye at 30 yards. Okay. So that's not bad for 30. Camera cut off for a second. And so then we shot 40 yards. And I adjusted my sight a little bit farther down to pull this arrow up. This is 40-yard arrow. Arrow number 4. And so at 40 yards, we missed the bullseye by 2 inches. So really, that's not bad, 40. And then this is 50 50-yard arrow right here, number 5, and we missed the bullseye by 2 1/4 inches at 50 yards. And right here is 60 yards, and we're pretty horizontally right with the bullseye, and we missed the bullseye by 2 1/2 inches at 60 yards. Okay, and then shot 70 yards. 70, the thing I like about 70, you always got to find something good. It is directly below the bullseye. It's perfectly vertical at 70 yards. So a lot of times arrows will drift to the right or left, and we're almost 5 inches below the bullseye at 70 yards. And then I don't know what happened here. This is 80 yards. And 80 yards, I shot low on 80. I don't know why. We're about probably 8 1/2 inches off right here. Let me see if I can get it that way. No, we're about 9 inches off at 80 yards. I don't know how I hit right there, because usually I don't have a problem getting those within 5 inches at 80. So then we shot 90 yards, right? So let me pull out my pad. 9 and 12. Okay. This is arrow 12 right here. This is 90 yards right here. All right. So at 90 yards, we're 3 1/2 inches high at 90 yards with arrow number 12. And I don't see arrow number 9. It's in this hay somewhere. But generally, I don't miss that bad. But again, remember, with 90 yards, we don't have a pin for 90 yards. It goes to 82 yards on my sight, so I have to guess. Now, normally what I'm doing at 90 yards, I'm aiming right here, right in here. And so if we were betting on 90 yards, as we were talking about, what kind of odds would I get? At 90 yards, one of these arrows hit within 3 1/4 inches from the bullseye. I get two shots at that, right? Since my pin is not there. So that's vertical. That's really vertical right there at 90, okay? And most of these arrows are not far off. So then we shot at 100 yards, right? Okay, I don't have a pin for 100. My sight again is 82 yards. So where do I hit at 100 yards? Well, I heard the popping sounds. I knew it sounded like it hit this wood right here. So this arrow right here is number 10. That's 100 yards. And so from the bullseye, I am 8 3/4 inches from the bullseye. But I get two shots to get close to the bullseye, right? So my second 100-yard shot was arrow number 1. Guess what number 1 is? This is number 1. Okay, so this is a 100-yard shot, and I am we'll give it 2 1/2 inches from the bullseye at 100 yards. Okay. So I would have won on the 90-yard and the 100-yard bet. But I'm not the person who bets, okay? So just saying. So again, on the 90-yard shots, on the 90-yard shot, I'm aiming right here, about right in here for 90 yards, okay? On the 100 yards, I'm having to aim about somewhere, when you see my ruler, somewhere about right in here, in the middle of space right here, okay, for 100 yards. And so I wasn't that bad off on 100 yards. So I kind of know where to aim a little bit. I keep forgetting, but at 100 yards. But again, so 100 yard was at 2 inches from the bullseye, which is, you know, that's luck right there. And then the 90 yard was 3 inches from the bullseye. Yeah. So, yeah, I missed the whole target with the 90 yard arrow. And at least I got 100 yard on the target right here. Pretty good. So to me, that's what's kind of fun about shooting these kind of shots like this. You know, if you can shoot, you know, from 20 to 100 yards or something like that, 20 to 80 yards in like a, you know, 8-inch group, that's not bad. This is a 6.5 inch. Yeah, about, well, if you count that, see, 6.5 inch group right there between 20 yards and 20 yards and 100 yards. That's a 6.5. Now this one right here, that arrow number 1 was 80. Okay, that's what happened to that one. So arrow number 1 was 80 right here. I forgot about this one. That was 80, and this was 80 right here. So 80, my 80 shots were low. Okay, so I need to aim a tad higher probably. I don't know if I can adjust that out or not on this sight system. So that's where we're at, and that's kind of the fun of shooting. I think that, you know, when you, if you can shoot arrows like, you know, in a 6 or 7 inch group at 20 to 100 yards, that's good. Even if you don't have sights for it, it's still challenging. You figure out a way to do it. Okay guys, thanks for watching. Gary J.